I have in front of me the Galaxy Watch 5 Classic and the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic. A comment: I had incorrectly identified the watch that I have as a 5. I actually don't have the 5 Classic, I have the 4 Classic. And now that I think about it, I hadn't updated from the 4 to the 5 since that was also an incremental update. Now, if you already have a 5, I don't think that there's much of an incentive for upgrading to a 6. The 6 does have some incremental updates from the 5, but there's a reason I did it. Both of these watches are water resistant. And remember, water resistant is not the same as waterproof. I went on a little vacation and I had mine in some water a little bit too long. Things were fine when I first got out, but then some hours later, I got indications that the water seals had failed because the watch would start randomly rebooting, and at this point it no longer works. You can see it's showing some test or debug pattern on it now. So that gave me a great opportunity to upgrade, because the incentive for upgrading from my 5 to my 6 is my 5 basically doesn't work anymore. For the 6, there's not really a lot that comes in the box, but you don't really need a lot. You have the watch itself, and then of course there's the wireless charger for it. I did note that the wireless charger is smaller on the 6 than it was on the 5. It appears to adhere to the back of the watch magnetically a little better than the 5 did. But my favorite change is the fact that it's using USB-C for the charging in instead of using USB-A, because as time marches on, more and more of my devices are USB-C devices. And at this point, I'm having to use A to C adapters for some of my cables. I haven't turned this on yet, so I'm about to turn it on for the first time now. This is a GSM model, so this one is being serviced through T-Mobile. Let me go ahead and get it started. So this is the first time the watch is turned on. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get things started on my phone so that I can prepare to pair with it. Okay, it's ready to pair. So let me get screen recording started on my phone here so that you guys can see what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to start the pairing process. I'm confirming that the same number is showing up on both devices, which is correct. And now I think it's doing a firmware update. The download process is going pretty fast. Hopefully it'll transfer to the watch just as fast. Okay, so there's lots of terms to agree to. We're just going to hit agree on all of these. It needs permissions for various things. So let's just do allow. Another terms of usage from Google. So we'll agree to that. And now it is doing something with the watch itself. Okay, so I need to associate this with a Google account. So I prefer to use my watch in my right hand with the buttons on the right of the screen. So that's interesting. It looks like I could flip the watch around if I prefer to have the buttons on the other side. I don't think the previous watch would let me do that. We're just going to next through each one of these options because I'm fine with the defaults. I do have a mobile plan on my watch. And I can recognize from that color that it has already directed me to my carrier. Now this is different. With the plan I had before, it was like $5 a month. Unlimited data with speeds over 600, or unlimited data with speeds of 600 plus 15 gigabytes high speed data in Canada and Mexico. I don't really need Canada and Mexico. We're going to stick with the less expensive plan. Okay, the T-Mobile plan is set up. So now things are finishing up. So let's see, I'll stick with the classic. And everything else is fine. So I guess from here on, it's just a matter of the watch adopting its settings and starting up. I think there's nothing else for me to do. And here I am going through this initial tutorial. I think every watch has me do this. So yep, it's showing you the basic swipes. When to swipe down, up, left, right. Oh gosh, this tutorial is actually going through more information than the previous watches did. Are we done? I don't know if I want to do this. This might be dangerous, but we'll see what happens. We're going to install the T-Mobile apps. Okay, that's it. I think everything's set up. So I'm going to get to using my watch.